little story today. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of David and Goliath. All right. Well, I'm going to be telling the story from the New International Biblical Version today. Amen. All right. But first of all, I want to read a scripture to you coming from 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, verse 12. And that scripture simply says, "For as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, so also is Christ." So this story, I want to illustrate how that, some things that we don't think about, that there are many members, all members are important. And I want to tell you this story of David and Goliath in the concept of, in a way that you have never really seen it before, or some may not have thought about it. So the story is found in 1 Samuel, 17th chapter, and I'm going to begin at verse 4. I'm going to begin at verse 4, and it says, "There went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines named Goliath." I believe Goliath is around here somewhere. "Whose height was 6 cubits in span, and he had a helmet of brass upon his head. And he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron, and one bearing a shield went before him. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel, and said unto them, Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Are not I a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose your man that you will let come down to me." And David said to Saul, "Let no man's heart fail because of thy servant will go and fight. Thy servant will go and fight with the Philistine." And Saul said unto David, "Thou art not able to go against that Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth." Verse 41. "And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David. And the Philistine said unto David, Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistines cursed David with his gods." Verse 48. "And it came to pass, when the Philistine arose and came and drew near to David, then David hasted." But there was one problem. David tried to run, but the feet didn't want to go. Oh, we have a problem. We never thought about this. This was never a part of the story, but the feet really didn't want to go. So the head had to convince the feet. So the head finally convinced the feet that, hey, we need to go into battle together, because without you, we will not get the victory. So David hasted. David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And then so David, to meet the Philistine, and he smote the Philistine on his forehead. He stuck his hand in the bag. But there was a problem. The hand didn't want to cooperate. There's a problem here. In order for us to get the victory, we must work together. Come on, hands. We need you. So the hands then took a stone, and the hands slung it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead and fell upon the face of the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. but there was no sword in the hand of David. So you see, David, although there was one David, one body, he had to have the cooperation of the head, the hands, and the feet in order to get the victory. So church, let us cooperate one with another so that we may have the victory that God has already given us. Amen? Amen. Do we have a young lady and a young man who would like to pray today? All right. Let the young lady pray first and then the young man here. You have another young man? Okay, come on. Young lady and then young man, I'll let you end up. All right, Phil? All right.
My mama is the blood. My daddy is dead. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. I hope that everybody who is sick feel better. And please help people who do not have homes and food and shelter and water. Please help people who need to be taken care of. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.